And a very good evening to all my viewers. This of course is my third video of the night here in NDG, covering the day after the storm, the microburst. Right now it is 6:08 p.m. Wednesday, August the 23rd, 2017. And this is Côte Saint Antoine Street between Wilson, which is down this way, and Oxford Street, which is down here. And what we're going to do here, I just want to show you something different here. Obviously, this is a laneway. This is a laneway right here, so this shows you what kind of damage has happened in the laneways. We're going to quickly go here and see, because a lot of the damage has been focused on the streets. That's what we've been focusing on in my videos. But this goes to show you here, there's laneways as well that have also been affected. So what we're going to do in this video here, we're going to work our way in through the core of NDG, where a lot of these streets are impacted, some more than others. And I'm going to quickly go over here because I want to show my viewers something of interest. A couple of things actually I wanted to point out here. Well, first of all, this street right here, we're on Wilson and Côte Saint Antoine. That's what we're coming up to right now. If there's anyone that's interested in knowing where exactly this is. I know a couple of my viewers pointed out they live around here, or did live around here, so there you can see that tree is just dangling. But I want to show you what they've done to some of the streets. They've actually cleared a path. They've actually cleared a path down the street so that vehicles can go through. So what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be working my way west, and we're going to see if we can see any action, any utility vehicles in action like we saw earlier, and see what exactly is going on throughout the neighborhood. Now I will probably be coming back here. I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow, but maybe on the weekend or somewhat around that time, or at least early next week, because I want to see what it's going to look like after. And as I always do in these kind of situations, I will keep all my viewers updated, just like I did after the floods. So we're going to walk through here, and I'm going to show you, this is of course Melrose and Côte Saint Antoine. I'm going to show you here another example of some trees that were down. I was actually filming here yesterday, so I'm going to continue pretty much around this area here. Try to walk around here, traffic carefully. Here's a branch that came off of a tree. Try to figure out what tree it came from. It was this one right here. Now look at this, on the roof. You actually see pieces of tree on the roof up there, look at that. So I mean, these things are going to be around for a while. There's going to be a lot of hazards. When we were covering the floods earlier this year, it was water that was a hazard. Now it's wood, it's trees, it's branches. That's the theme of this, it's wood. So let's work our way now further west and see what we could see. Alright, so you can see the sun is starting to go down slowly, so I want to try to get as much video as I can. Here's another laneway here. Another laneway that was affected. That's a branch obviously that's there. These are probably low priority cleanups to laneways. The main priority of course is the structures and the streets. Try to focus on the skyline here, because you can see a lot of trees didn't get affected at all. They were unaffected. But some others, like this one, were completely decimated. So let's take a look here. Look at this tree right here. This is actually a tree that's, I think they actually removed, what they're doing is they're removing a lot of branches that are left over just as a safety precaution. So what street is this? This is Draper. Yeah, this is Draper and Côte Saint Antoine. This is another hard hit street, as you can see. Oh yeah, this is one here. We got a vehicle that got crushed here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to film, go over here and try to film that. I'm going to work my way down this street. What do we have here? Yeah, I got a bit of damage here. This is where Côte Saint Antoine slowly meets Sherbrooke Street. Eventually, as you can see down there, it's going to come to Sherbrooke Street. But let's take a look around here. And we're going to go north of here later on and see what we could see. I'll just show you this. And now I'm going to do across the street here and show you the action down here. Alright, so here we are on Draper right now, corner of Saint Antoine, Côte Saint Antoine and Draper. You can see there the street sign. This is one of the harder hit areas, obviously, the storm. a lady's vehicle is completely decimated. And as I've said countless times, this is a reminder of nature showing its force. You know, nature will always prevail. And what I mean by that is, I've said this during the floods, you know, you got to respect nature. And you got to understand that nature is capable of these things. And let's take a look at the skyline here, because that's where a lot of things are evident. It's the skyline. Let's take a look here, up on the trees, and I'll resume recording in a moment here. Alright, so here's some more smaller trees that have been hit. People up on their roofs, obviously rooftops, trying to repair the damage. As I pointed out in an earlier segment of this video, a lot of the trees ended up on the rooftops. There's another example of a tree that's been completely torn open, torn over. Yeah. Show you the ground view here. And this, obviously, these wood chips here, don't want to get a splinter. Obviously evidence of that they've been cutting, trying to clear a path for people. Obviously these have been cut manually. Look at this, that branch right there, right on that house. That's a common scene throughout this neighborhood. Now, it looks like I filmed this street just in time, because the battery is now telling me that it's time to change the battery, which is not a problem because I've come prepared. I'm going to wrap up the video at the end of the street here. This is Avenue Notre Dame de Grâce. So right now we are on, coming up to Notre Dame de Grâce Street. And right as we are walking here, I get the notification that my battery is about to die, so hopefully it will allow me to get to the end of the street. Show you one more vehicle here that has had a tree fall on it, a tree branch, right there. And I'm going to wrap up this video, and I promise you there's a couple more to come tonight. And this is Notre Dame de Grâce. Try to get the street sign as a reference point, geographical reference. Yeah. Again, this is Draper and Avenue Notre Dame de Grâce. So there you have it. And even down here there's a lot of stuff going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way further west and then kind of northwest, because I want to try to get a lot of this neighborhood that I didn't get last night. So I'm going to wrap up the video now, more to come, and see y'all soon.